Hey people, what's up? It's me again, York Monster 3, and it's time for another update video. And this video is basically going to be the Christmas update because I don't think I will be buying any more movies this year. I'm still waiting for maybe 2 or 3 movies to arrive, but I decided to make this video right now anyways because there's still like a bunch of movies that I need to show you. So yeah, let's begin right away. And most of these movies, by the way, are horror movies or horror related movies. So yeah, be, be prepared for that. So yeah, first up, we got the movie from the 80s called Pulse. This is from 1989, I believe, if I'm not completely mistaken, maybe 88. Some sort of supernatural type film. This is not the movie also called Pulse that was released in the early 2000s. I think that was a Thailand movie. But yeah, this um, yeah, really looking forward to see this Pulse. I just lost track there. I don't really know why. And then we have some sort of, I think this is some sort of slasher type film. It is directed by Pete Walker. I know that he's quite famous in the horror industry in the UK. But unfortunately, I've not seen any of his films. I don't think I've seen any of his films at least. So yeah, but this is his movie Schizo. This is from. I'm not too sure if this was released like in the 70s or the 80s. I think this might have been released in the 70s, maybe 76 or 77. Uh, looks seems to be some sort of very sleazy type um, slasher film, or yeah, what do I want to call it. Um, I really love the cover art on the back. I don't really know if you can see it that well, but yeah, right over there. So yeah, Schizo. And then we have a movie which I wanted to see for such a long time. I was like looking for it everywhere, but I didn't seem to find it anywhere. And finally, I stumbled across it, and I decided to pick it up. And the movie is Sleepless by Dario Argento, and this also has Max von Sydow in it, so that can be really interesting. And this is one of his later movies. I think this was released in the maybe late 90s, early 2000s. So yeah, it can be really interesting. So yeah, Sleepless. I even think Goblin made a music for that movie. I'm not too sure, but that's just what I think. And then we have a. This is a complete blind buy. I basically picked it up because of the cover art. I know you should never do that, but I seem to fall in that trap over and over again. But yeah, this is the movie called "Don't Turn Out the Light." Not, I would say it would be more. Uh, it would have been a better title if they would call it "Don't Turn Out the Lights" with the S on the lights. So yeah, so to say. Um, yeah, just look at that cover art. I thought it looks really cool, like some sort of gang type film, I guess. So yeah, don't turn out the light. Sorry for the glare in some parts, but yeah, this is the best I can do for now. The next one is actually a crime action type film, I guess, with none other than Rutger Hauer, and the movie is The Syndicate. This is also known as Red Line. The original title is Red Line. I was like searching for this movie on IMDb for like quite some time, and I was like, where is this goddamn film? I know it's Rutger Hauer in it, but I couldn't find it. So don't trust the stupid title like here, right here, The Syndicate. Trust the title Red Line instead, because that's the original title of the film. So yeah, Red Line. Now the next movie is I think it's like a comedy drama type film called The Grassharp. Just look at this weird release. It looks so weird. I've never seen anything like it before, like this type of edition or this packaging before. So yeah, basically picked it up because of Edward Furlong. I know that he has mentioned that this is the movie he's been most he's the most pleased with this movie, or his acting in this film. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I picked it up. So, and it also has Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, and Piper Laurie and Sissy Spacek in it as well. So yeah, can be really interesting. The Grasshopper, fucking glare destroys the whole thing. But now the following 3 titles are full moon films. So if you don't like those movies, you can just like shut up. Not shut up, but you can't speak today. You can just look away or just ignore these following titles. the reason why I picked up these films are, I mean, I know for sure that all of them are not really that great films. I basically picked them up because it's movies that you really want to watch with your friends, and so you can laugh at it. Because I had a great laugh with Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. I mean, we laughed our asses off when we watched that film. So yeah, but this film is called Laser Blast from the late 70s. And this also has Roddy McDowall in it, so that can be interesting, even though I've heard really bad things about it. So yeah, Laser Blast. And the next film is Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity. Just look at that cover art. This just screams 80s if you ask me. And yeah, it might be some really stupid bad film, but I don't care. It might be something that you can laugh at least. So yeah, Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity. And then a film called The Day Time Ended. This actually has Christopher Mitchum in it, which is, I think he is the son of Robert Mitchum, which I found to be really ironic for him to be in like a movie like this. So I've not seen the movie yet, but I think it's quite low budget. So yeah, The Day Time Ended. And the next two films are sequels to another movie I picked up before called Rorur. I'm probably gonna butcher the name. Rurouni Kenshin 2 Kyoto Inferno. The first one was just called Ryoki. I'm not gonna trying to pronounce it again. Yeah, part 2 and also part 3. So yeah. And then a Takashi Miike film, Harakiri, picked up basically because it was samurai related and that it was Takashi Miike. And I have not seen a Takashi Miike movie for quite some time, so I need to get more into those Japanese movies again. So yeah. And the next film is Sniper Ghost Shooter. This is number 6 in the franchise. And I watched this yesterday with my father, and we both thought it was quite bad in some ways. One of the weakest in the series, in my opinion, but I still think number 1 is the best from the early 90s. So yeah, Sniper Ghost Shooter. And then the next film in that franchise called Sniper Ultimate Kill. Not seen this one yet, but this has both Billy Zane and Tom Berenger in it, so that's a good thing, I guess. So yeah. And now we have another stack over here. This is a Dario Argento film called Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. Yeah, I really love 88 films, really. They are so cool with their releases, and that they release so many movies that have never been released before, so yeah. And then we have a film called Not of This Earth with Tracy Lords. Basically picked it up because I thought this can be like 80s cheese at its best, because I found out that the guy who made this also made Shopping Mall, and I did see his film Sorceress, which came out in the 90s, and I absolutely hated that film. So I'm just hoping that this is more like Shopping Mall than it is like Sorceress. So yeah, Not of This Earth. And this is actually another blind buy, Deadly Manor. This I basically picked up because of the story. It has something to do with teenagers that I think they're gonna have like a party at some haunted house or something, and they're like getting picked off one by one. Reminded me sort of Night of the Demons. That's yeah, and I love Night of the Demons like I mentioned before. So yeah, that's the biggest reason why I picked this one up. So yeah, Deadly Manor. And then we have a movie called Long Weekend. This is the original, and unfortunately I have seen the remake before I watched this one, because I didn't know the remake was a remake. But I hated that film with a passion, so I'm really hoping for this to be a much better film. So yeah, Long Weekend. Then we have a TV movie from the 80s, Whisper Kill, or A Whisper Kill. I'm not too sure about the title, but according to this release it's called Whisper Kill. some sort of crime slasher type film. That's the reason why I picked it up. So yeah, Whisper Kill. Yeah, and then I actually double dipped on this because I am such a fan of this film, and I had it in I think there's a UK release, but this is the Swedish release, which has been out of print for quite some time, and it is The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher, of course, rest in peace, and also Corey Feldman. So yeah, The Burbs, really great film. And then the next film is a movie called can't speak today. The next one is called Offerings. This is a movie I've been wanting to see for quite some time. I've heard some people that are complaining about this, that is, oh, this is just a straight off like Halloween ripoff, but I don't care. I love movies from the 80s in general, and especially horror movies from the 80s. So yeah, what can go wrong? Offerings. And then we have a movie which I didn't even know was released on DVD. I thought because I had this movie on a bootleg before, and I was like, oh my god, is this like a real release, or is it just another bootleg? And I just took a chance and I bought it, and it turns out that this is an official release of the movie called Dark Heritage. And yeah, just look at the back. Just the people on the back. But looks really cool or interesting. So yeah, Dark Heritage. Now I have to speed up because I've been talking for way too long time. Girls' Night Out. I've been wanting to see this movie for quite some time, and I've been searching for it for like years, and I finally found it. I've only heard good things about it, so I really hope this is going to be a really awesome blast to watch or check out. So yeah, Girls' Night Out. And the next one is another double dip, because I had this before in a 2-pack with another movie which was absolutely terrible. And to be honest, this is not the best movie in the world, but it still has some really interesting parts or interesting bits in it. So yeah, Home Sweet Home. The other one that this movie was a movie called Flesh of the Beast or Flesh for the Beast, which was garbage. And the next film is another double dip. Actually, the next two, this one and the last one movie for this update is double dips, but this is a movie called Graduation Day. It was ages since I saw this, and I really need to check it out again. I remember that I quite enjoyed it, even though the kills weren't some of the kills were very badly made in a way, in my opinion, but some of them were really interesting as well. So it was a mixed feeling when I watched this the first time, but yeah, really looking forward to see this again, Graduation Day. And the last film for this update is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Everyone already knows about this film. So yeah, Anchor Bay release as well. I'm not sure if you can see this, the old logo or the boat. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and I hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.